Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, my chair still squeaks, and I have a Sierra Mist, big surprise. Let's play some One Step from Eden. So, when I was playing this when I was playing this game last, I was working on learning Shopkeeper's pattern. So even though I already beat her, in order to unlock her, I'm going to need to beat her and kill her in a run in order to do the true genocide ending. Which I'm really only worried about doing once, as that's going to be how I unlock Saffron's final loadout. From what I've heard, it's going to be interesting. But for right now, let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and start showing off all the characters' alternate methods. It's going to be real difficult when I get here because, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that one. But I'll figure it out. Right now, let's just show off Chrono Saffron. Easily one of the easiest characters to use, and I don't say that as necessarily a bad thing. I would actually go out of my way to say that's probably a very a very endearing quality about the character is that she's very simple to use. And part of the reason for that is her main weapon. Her main weapon, actually, I'm torn on this spell because on one hand, it's a good multi-hitting spell that works well with a spell power build. On the other hand, it anchors you really bad. I think it'd probably be better for my purposes to skip it. Speaking of spell power, let's do Convergence, at least until I get the Focus spell, and then Phalanx, because everybody loves survivability. So, what makes Chrono Saffron so much more interesting than... well, I'm not going to say more interesting, but different. Well, first of all, her starting spells are different, but secondly, she can slow time for 1 mana with just a press of her basic weapon. It's absolutely as ridiculous and broken as it sounds. And you will see me putting that to use when it's time to land some of these multi-hit spells, like that. There we go. Now it does mean that we don't have just an easy means of scoring damage, so we do have to be a little aware of our surroundings and make sure that we're actually hitting with our spells, because unlike Gunner or Saffron's other method of fighting, we don't get a freebie. You just have to use your spells properly and hope not to screw up along the way. Oh look, it's this bastard. I guess I didn't need to slow time for that one. Oh well. Fate Shield. I'll take Shield Catch. Now the only question is, which end boss do I go after? My initial thought... Oh, that was not smart. Oh, you're lame. Oh, okay, I thought I blew up the bomb. My initial thought is to go after the gate, but I also haven't actually... I will take Power Shard. I haven't actually earned the... Mana Gem. I also haven't actually earned the Pacifist or Altruist ending here. So, maybe I'll do that. However easy that ending may be, it just hasn't been done yet. Okay, well, so that didn't go as well as I would have liked. At the same time, shields up. I am also going to try to find a couple of decent Trinity spells to combo with minigun. Also, we could desperately use some spell power relics because at base, minigun only does 60 damage, and that's only if all the shots hit. So as I'm sure you can guess, that's a little iffy. There we go. Not too hard to land blows. Alright, so that was not a good time to use Entrench. And as much as I like the damage that Whirl does, I don't like the idea that if the opponent is standing in the far back, they just can't be hit by it. By the way, something interesting that I just learned about the time-altering spells, namely about Time Stop. Now, I don't have that spell, nor am I necessarily going to go out of my way for it, but it was speculated that with Time Stop, you couldn't actually do anything while you had time frozen. That's actually untrue. So if you know which of your spells are coming up next, which by all rights you probably should, because it does display what spells are coming up next, you can actually still continue to cast spells. You just have to have a pretty good working knowledge of what's coming up. Bam! Oh. Okay, could probably use some mana regen now that I look at it. Alright, so we are gonna go fight Terrible. It'll probably be easy if things go well enough. So what I could really use now is some more mana regen and maybe blue blood. No, nothing there really lights my world on fire. Since I do want to try to earn some better artifacts, let's take the hard path. There's focus. Alright, so now let's go ahead and change Convergence over. Convergence does have a spell that I really want, but I'll put that on hold for right now. Now, another spell that I really want is either Blue Bullets or Super Minigun. So, hopefully, we find one of those. Use the wrong spell. I really need some mana regen of some kind. There, go away. Yeah, no one likes you, little ice scorpion bastard. There we go. Undertow. I do, as much as I like cold medicine, does it really work with my current build? Keep in mind, that's not me saying that cold medicine isn't good. It's me saying that I don't think it's worth it in my current build. I kind of feel like things are rolling a little slow right now, so could really use something else going on. We'll take Minefield. Your deck is going to get overly thick if you just take every spell that comes up. Well, keep in mind, I'm not taking every spell that comes up. Yeah, whatever. Beam Crystals, Manalitis, Frost Barrage. Well, I like Frost Barrage, but I'm just gonna leave it be. Okay, this fight is known as too much random garbage. Surely you can understand why I call it that. No, Darkseid, why do you call it that? Oh, you really gonna do me like that? God damn it. By the way, this is kind of why I don't like taking the pets, because there's a good chance that they don't survive boss fights because you either have to get in the way to defend them, or they just take too much damage during a fight. And by a fight, I mean specifically during boss battles. By the way, I'm getting my dodging backwards right now. Oh, look at that, I screwed up. One, two, three. There we go. So every use of focus is making that better, so I think on the next floor I am going to be visiting the shop, so whoops. So we're going to attempt to... God, I suck. We're going to attempt to upgrade focus into something more interesting. We'll go ahead and let you off the hook. It's alright, Celicy, you're a good girl. It's almost like I'm not paying attention or anything. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure you stepped on that mine so I can get the kill shot there. Honestly, I think I'm just going to let this be. I don't necessarily dislike Flint Shot, but it really only works on a decent flow build, and that's kind of the furthest thing from what I have. And again, I like Mini Thunder, but there are specific things that I'm looking for. I don't want to bog myself down right now. Alright, so this is going to seem a little reckless, but what you have to understand is that the captive herself will... Ooh. Thank you, Trinity. The captive herself will not be killed by that. She will be pushed back because she's already been pretty much pushed up against the... Pretty much pushed up against the thing that's holding her captive. So, she will be safe. While the crystal will get pushed back. So if you have Air Slash, that's a good way to win that. I like Soul Fire, but I think PK Fire will be the better option because the damage that the flames do, thank you, will be going up with my spell power. Oh, you son of a bitch. See? Perfect. And because of Power Shard, that was very good at controlling that space. And we're all done here. Give me the undershirt. Swing by the shop now that we have some cash to spend. What do we have here? There's another chance to get scales. I love it. Lose 2 money when you take a hit for 3 battles. I may or may not take that. Flow, apply fragile, gain 10. None of those are great, but I'll do the gain 10 shield. Upgrade minigun. Definitely not against having a double cast on that. What do we got? 25% chance to hit twice? I'll go with that. Alright, now let's restock and see if anything more interesting shows up. Give me the cheap upgrade, I can dig it. I don't need to heal, so I don't need that. We're gonna upgrade shields up, because this one's always worth it. Especially if you get double cast. And I'm gonna save the rest of my money for later, because there's a good chance that... Come on, I want to get this treasure chest. There we go, got it. Thank you, Air Slash. Alright, stop. Alright, so to be fair, Trisec's qualities really only shine through in a boss fight, where 1/3 of your target's HP will be a very large amount. But I wanted to cast it like that. Anubis is basically free, so we'll definitely take that. By the way, one of the reasons why I do like to let my deck get nice and big is so that, for one, I can respond to more situations, but two, because at 15 spells, you're basically giving yourself free mana regen. Every 5 spells you have in your deck actually increases it by 1/10 of a point per second. So, that is... Hold on. Awesome. That is a very good way to boost your mana regen, is just add more spells. focus. Honestly, kind of surprised that the turtle has lived this long. And of course, because I haven't found anything that attacks directly in front of me, I can't take care of that turret on my own. This, by the way, is the big reason I don't like taking on Violet late. Because she can legitimately trap you with her turrets. Call it good. We will let you live. You can listen to my chair go squeaky squeak. Oh, the turtle almost did die. By the way, that's one of the changes that makes it so I don't really take Soulgun when I see it, despite how good it was when it first launched. I just can't justify it because now it's just a little peripheral that follows you and has an HP amount. And unless you're focusing on having it dodge damage more so than yourself, it's just not worth it. And I probably don't need to tell you, but you're probably not too worried about making it about having it dodge damage. You're more worried about yourself dodging damage. I'm just saying, there's a bit of a drop-off here. So you're going to value yourself probably a little bit more highly than you value just a random gun following you around. It's nice while it's there, but it's nothing that you're going to go out of your way for. Is basically what I'm saying. There we go. You're free! Now that's firing 12 shots? Ooh! And that could get built, not only will that get built up nicely thanks to the spell power from focus, but also it's going to add 20 poison per shot that lands. Ooh, yes please. There we go. And that is part of that is basically what makes Chrono Saffron so good, is that the moment she needs to land a big hit, she can just do that. She needs to dodge something major, yeah, just slow down time, who cares? And this is basically a freebie, I might as well. Shop or treasure chest? I think I'm gonna go shop, especially since there's still more money to be earned. Okay, so... Ugh. Okay, getting my ass kicked. I gotta stop that. Yeah, that's what you get. Zigzag could potentially do a lot of damage with a spell power build, but I've stated many times I have no idea how to use this spell properly. I stink with Zigzag. And yes, for the most part, that is just kind of a personal problem. Good. With a 25% chance to leave a flame on hit, but it consumes. Now, consuming isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. We'll definitely take this. But it does mean that certain spells are, when they have an enhancement, so to speak, like that, are less worthwhile. Yes, I'll take the merit badge. Are you kidding me? I do want to improve my max HP, because that just sounds like a winning formula. And get rid of that. We will purchase an upgrade. Let's see, what do we want to use it on? Do we want to use it on anything? Okay, there's a particular upgrade for Step Slash that I'm interested in. If I find it, I will take that. I did not find it, so we're going to skip, and we will try again. Alright. Never mind. Well, Darkseid, that was just a big waste of money. I mean, you say that now. I mean, no, that was pretty much just a waste of money. Hey, it doesn't, we don't need to do a freeze frame on that. That was just a waste of money. That did a lot. We're gonna have to pull a Phil Swift on that one. That's a lot of damage! I'm surprised that survived. Go ahead and blow yourself up, thank you. And because we're doing Pacifist, or not Pacifist, but Altruist, I will let you live. Alright, now that we have the merit badge, what we should be doing is prioritizing saving hostages, because that's going to ultimately make us stronger. And ultimately just makes you a good person as well, but I mean, you know. Sometimes you just gotta get pragmatic about these things. Alright, so I don't need to think about you anymore. Away with you! If Trinity is... gain 1 Trinity. If Trinity is full, gain 3 spell power. See, there is no harm to adding this to your deck because it costs 0. If you don't have Trinity, it just gets you a little bit closer. If you do, that's 3 spell power. You can't say no to that. There, 2 hostages saved. And all it cost me was a little bit of dignity and some health for my turtle. This is a really good spell. Basically 150 damage for 0. Now, I'll tell you the reason why I'm not going to take it, because Frankly, I don't want the 2 jams added to my deck every time I use it. But it is a good spell, and it's okay working with some spell power bonuses, because whatever spell power bonus you get affects it 3 times. Now that I put it like that, fucking I'm taking it. But getting that kind of damage for 0 is magnificent. Hey guys, blow yourselves up. Oh, why do I keep misplacing my buttons? One would think I've been using this controller long enough to know which buttons are which, but apparently not. There we go. Will not be taking Prophecy. That's about the only thing here that's even worth looking at. Now, my issue with Prophecy is that I find the spell to be entirely too slow. Sweet, lit that rock up real good. Beautiful. Whee! That. And you wanted to stand in front of me and do that while I have shields up, go ahead. Destroy Fracture, nah. Gun turret with double summoned HP is nice, but simultaneously not that useful. Got anything good for me? Halved mana regen for an upgrade? Alright. Still not finding what I'm looking for, but I will take the J upgrade. Now let's go ahead and get rid of that little problem. And this will actually go nicely with the jams. Basically, once they've been essentially declared saved, they no longer essentially have a hitbox, so you can just be like, okay, cool. Apply Fragile to everyone whenever you go below 1 mana. Alright, I'll take it. So this is probably like the ultimate Celicy spell, because both versions of her have a weapon that allow her to dash into enemy territory. So great for her, not so much for anyone else. So, even though it is a Calamity-rated spell, I'm gonna let that go. You destroyed my grail! You bastard! Yeah, your little follower has to go. So I now have 2 spells that add jams to my deck. So now every time I consume one of those jams, I do 20 damage to a random enemy. I know she's just going to keep spawning more minions, but I would be remiss in my duties if I wasn't doing my best to try to control them. And there goes the turtle. And poison does its job. Hee hee hee. Yeah, this actually works out real nicely with a bunch of things that are essentially dropping jams into my deck. There we go. Flint shot. Castle. Castle is nice, but if you don't have a way to power them up or keep them alive longer, it's just sorta eh. Alright, well that was a little embarrassing. I keep forgetting that her stopwatch costs 1 mana to use. And Ruby, not only is that going to go well with everything, but it's also going to work well with those jams, so now those jams are doing 25 damage every time I use them. Nice. We're not really getting a lot of broken tiles, so yeah. This works real well for Trinity, but if you already have enough Trinity to get things going, then probably best just to leave Sequencer out. Thing is, it's still a good spell, and each of those shots does 80 damage, despite the fact that the spell says 0. That just means that the spell is a dirty liar. No one likes you, you little blobomatic, whatever your name is. There's some enemies I have yet to learn the name of in this game. Ooh, I love Incline. And Kinetic Wave is really good. These both work really well with a spell power build because each of those shots or hits, in the case of Kinetic Wave, is going to get boosted. I am going to take Incline. It's just... I don't know. I have a soft spot for Incline. We will hit the shop and see if you've got anything interesting. I can actually afford that. What do we have? What do we have? More max HP? Why not? Make myself even harder to kill. And I might be okay with losing 100 defense, depending on what's coming up next. A regular battle, so maybe. But is it worth it for 5 luck? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, yeah, it's worth it. One more refresh. Ice Flow. Ooh, Double Edge. Alright, that's about my lot. So now we just need to get through this spell without getting ruined. When I say spell, I mean battle, because I'm just not very smart. Splat. I think I'm gonna say no to Wildfire. It was about the best thing I saw there, but not worth it. Magic or metal? Let's find out. Ah, but have you considered, sir, magical metal? Did I just break your logic in half, sir? Alright, oh, I just dumbassed myself. Step slash works best if you only do it in one spot. Oh, you suck. That one little straggler at the end. Guys, wait for me! Hey, start blowing yourself up. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I guess I'm shuffling. So, a little something I discovered about that, about this attack where he tries to catch you in the bear traps, is if you are... And there we go, love it. Thanks to Chrono Saffron and her time slow maneuver. But if you use a move like Entrench that actually roots yourself, when he goes to initiate that attack, that actually counts for purposes of his... Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how the hell to get over there. Yeah, you deserve that. But yeah, that actually... Ooh! Super minigun! Yes, that is good stuff right there. I don't think I need any more max mana, so Blaze of Glory it is. This is the last biome before Eden. I'm a dummy. Also, something to remember about the little goopy guys is that they actually gain shield when you hit them with a spell, but there's a loophole with that. They don't gain shield if you hit them with a weapon attack. So if you're playing as a character that has a decent weapon attack, that's a good way to get work done. It's actually an okay mini thunder. I'll take that. Okay, I'm dumb. And still firing at the end of the battle. Because screw it, who needs composure or measure or anything like that? Just keep firing. Matter of fact, that's kind of the theme of this entire deck is keep firing, assholes. Bet you were wondering what the Spaceballs reference was, huh? Well, don't worry, I didn't miss it. Hey, you've got to go away. Whee! 2 times damage and consume. 25% chance to apply frost, double cast, good. It's just that the spell consumes. I don't want it to consume. Alright, what do we got? Let's upgrade Railgun. Alright, 3 hits times a 25% chance. It's actually not too terrible. Do a little bit, just a little bit more mana regen. We're pretty much at where I would want to be. Alright, and we're going to take that, we're going to remove it, and one more thing to upgrade, but what should it be? Anubis is pretty free, so getting some sort of bonus every time I cast this would be nice. And we're just going to go with the 10 shield. And thanks to Ruby, all I have to do is just throw spells out there and they do damage. See, this is a beautiful run. If I weren't forcing myself to do Pacifist in order to, and again, I kind of mean more so Altruist, if I weren't forcing myself to do that for the sake of completion, then I would definitely take this to go Genocide route. So much damage. Lightning! Improve my spell power. Keep firing, assholes! I wish I could make that the title of this video, but no, YouTube would throw a hissy fit if I use that as the title. Shouldn't I have, though? Oh, genius. Oh, you suck. I forget, once you go back to your plane, you immediately move again. See, those are cracked, so I can still move on them. That was a good time to use Stoplight. There we go. And when I'm not trying to catch a health orb, that move isn't that difficult to dodge. Admittedly, I cast that spell a little early. Yes, you can dodge it like that as well. Ah. Alright. And her stupid hit scan attack that I hate to death. And just random balls of energy. Because why not? Why did I do that? Alright, that worked out. Yes, give me some shield. Give me some of that. And that's it. So if we haven't seen this ending already, which I know you have... The hell? Alright everyone, friendship is magic, and guns, and turrets! Yeah! Friendship! Yeah, terrible. You're a bitch. By the way, I'm not sure if any of you have seen the ending for when you strike her down. I'm pretty sure you saw it for when you save her. I'm just gonna go ahead and save her again this time. But next time I do this ending, well, we'll see. Alright, so we'll go ahead and let this play out, but thank you everyone very much for watching. I know that One Step from Eden isn't exactly my most watched series, but I do appreciate those of you who are checking it out, those of you who have things to say on the series, those of you who have something to say in general, by all means. I welcome comments, I welcome discussion. I'm all for most of these things. And I'm just going to skip the credits because it's credits. We're also going to skip the special thanks section. I can't talk today, I apologize. And there you have it. That is Chrono Saffron, easily one of the most interesting characters that this game has to offer, because her basic is basically just a get-out-of-jail-free card. So, hopefully you enjoyed the vid. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below, and I will be back with more stuff in the very near future. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I am going to let the time go for just a little bit longer, just to make sure that this has been up for 10 seconds, because that's where I put my end card. Done. I will be seeing you.